What's beta-glucan? Hello, do you know what beta-glucan is? What is beta-glucan? No one knows what beta-glucan is.
Beta-glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well.
Jungle, do life with heart.
This Tuesday, we are back in one of my favorite places, Mzansi. And you already know it's true because I feel like I say it every single week. And joining me is my partner in crime, the lady who helps me throw it down in the kitchen each and every single week. I'm speaking about our resident chef, Tumi.
How are you,
Yes,
my
yeah.
darling? How are you, Mr. Lukman?
I'm good, my love. How are
I'm
you?
happy to have you here because we celebrate our women all the time. We celebrate the mothers all the time. It's about time for us to celebrate you guys in the kitchen. And I'm happy you're here to help
I
me
agree,
today.
150%.
I love it.
Well, let's get into our very first recipe of today. Now, you know it's winter when jungle oats starts to make its way to the front of the cupboard. And because that we've got a long winter ahead of us, we don't want you to just have the same old porridge over and over. Every week, we'll be showing you how you can use your oats to make a whole bunch of delicious breakfasts and treats. And to kick us off, we're making a delicious milk chocolate and berry bake using Jungle Instant.
I'm excited at the fact that you touched on the fact that everyone, when it's wintertime, we want to make oats, but it's done the same way. You were even mentioning
You know what? My kids love jungle oats. We don't need winter to kick in. We have jungle oats religiously every day.
Well, I'm glad because then this recipe could be something you could definitely try because you said you do the morning run. So
I do. I'm like the octopus because there's 3 of them. So sometimes there's different moods. Like this one doesn't want to eat. That one wants that bucket. That one eats out of the green bucket. So I am that guy.
You on breakfast duty.
And I love it. I have to deal with their moods in the morning. I have to cheer them up in the morning.
Oh, goodness.
Mom
Now-
needs to get down to work and do the hair. So, yeah, I'm that guy.
So, Tumi, basically, you have got a very hectic job. Because you need to show this gentleman how he can diversify these oats in the kitchen.
But you know what I'm grateful for because this dish is one that you can make and they can all enjoy together. You can actually make it ahead, keep it in the fridge. When they come in, warm it up for them if you want it warm or cold. It really is up to you any time of the day.
What I like that there's quite a lot of ingredients, so I can kind of keep them busy.
Yeah.
So you guys do that while I do this, and because they're still young, so they like getting involved.
Another thing that kids love is chocolate. So I'm going to ask you to get onto chocolate duty already for us.
Cool.
Start chopping up some chocolate because that's going to go into this chocolate and berry bake that we're making
Let's start
today.
with that then.
Yes, go do your thing. So we've got some flour here that's going on with a bit of chocolate, a bit of cocoa powder. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients here. So all we're doing now is just mixing all of this up, our flour, our cocoa powder. But we did mention the jungle oats, and the reason we're using the jungle oats right now is because it's got that, I like to call it somewhat of a sponge. It absorbs whatever flavor you do it. That's why we're able to do things like your overnight oats with it. You're able to bake with it because it absorbs the flavor, but it also gives structure. Not only is it nutritious and delicious and all of that, it actually tastes really good and great. Like you like to put it in your smoothies, you can put it into muffins. You can literally do a whole lot with your oats. So in this instance, we're making a bake that you can put into the oven, gets nice and juicy and soft, and all the chocolate that you're gonna add into there with the berries make a great combination. So from there, we're going in with our wet ingredients, and into the wet ingredients here, I'm just gonna make a well in the center, which is where all our wet ingredients will go. I've got 1 egg that's going into there. I'm going to go in with a bit of honey as well. If you wanted to replace the honey, you could definitely use something else like maybe maple syrup or agave syrup. You could even just replace the honey with sugar. It really would be up to you. And then oil. The reason we add oil is that whenever you do any baked good, you need to have some luxuriousness in that. So whether you're adding oil or you're adding butter, it is important to have something of an element to bind it all together, but to keep it luxurious
And
as
at
well.
the end of the day here, when we are speaking about the structure of this dish, you did mention the thing that's giving it that heart are, at the end of the day, the oats.
Correct.
Now, the oat flakes in Jungle Instant Oats are rolled extra fine, which means that you just have to add boiling water to cook it if eating it as a porridge. And that's essentially something that I keep doing each and every day, and I'm sure that that's also how your family enjoys it. You just add that boiling water, instant oats.
Easy peasy.
At the end of the day, when it comes to a bake like this bake can be enjoyed any time of the day. The choice is yours. You can also feel free to freeze it, and you can also use those frozen berries and any chocolate of your choice in this recipe. But today, we've also gone with just that plain jungle oats flavor, Tumi.
We've gone with the blueberry flavor actually today, Balissa. That's why we've decided to add some of the flavored, the different berries as well. So now that I've done this, I've put the mixture together. I've added some of the berries into the bake, but I'm also going to put some on the very top as well as some chocolate.
It smells so, so good. But let's see if it tastes that good. Look, man, You want to have like a little taste
Okay,
test
let me
just
do
like
this. Let me do
that?
this.
Please do
Thank
that.
you.
I'll have mine.
It really does smell like chocolate heaven, but also the smell of the berries also just make it so exemplary.
And you know, that actually comes from the actual jungle oat berry flavor itself. They've infused that berry flavors into there.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
going to add some berries
Beautiful.
on the top.
What do you think?
Our kids will love this.
Awesome stuff. And then the remaining chocolate on the very top. This baby goes into the oven at 180 degrees to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. And that literally is it. Deliciousness in a bowl.
Now, if you want to try making this decadent milk, chocolate, and berry bake, you can get the full recipe on afternoonexpress.co.za.